Oh, honey, it looks like Blake Lively's reign is officially over. Megyn Kelly is out here in full savage mode, coming for Blake's neck and dragging every single lie she's ever told. And baby, the receipts Megyn's pulling, they're straight up demolishing Blake's whole narrative, leaving it in ruins.
Will happily participate in releasing any further leaks that they have because the truth should be out there. What does she have to fear if she's telling the truth?
You can rest assured that based on the investigation we've done, the text messages we have, the receipts that'll go along with that complaint, she's dead in the water.
And let me tell you, Megyn ain't just running her mouth for no reason. She's got her lawyer right there, dropping bombs that straight up expose Blake for twisting the truth from the jump. But wait for it. The realty? Blake's motives? Oh baby, they're looking way darker and way more narcissistic than we ever thought. This mess is deeper than we knew.
Lively was no victim here. She was in control, she was in power, and she took over this film.
Now let's really spill the tea. Blake's been playing dirty, y'all. She's been using her girl Taylor Swift and her hubby Ryan Reynolds like pawns, trying to put the pressure on Justin Baldoni. And get this, she straight up threatened to boycott an entire movie if the producers didn't give in to her ridiculous demands. Talk about messy, right?
Such a brat that she wanted to control every scene, wanted to see all the dailies, wanted to do her own cut and did her own cut of the movie. All this is very unusual for just an actress in the film, even if she's the lead, and that she's now tried to turn this whole thing into a PR victory for her to get past what appears to be the fact that she is an egotistical...
Okay, listen up, because this story is way juicier than you think. This whole mess, it's way deeper than just a little lawsuit. Blake Lively? Oh, she's been scheming from the start. You think she just randomly sued Justin for harassment and defamation? Nah, baby, it's a whole plot. And just when we thought it couldn't get any messier, Justin came back with his own lawsuit, flipping the script and saying she was the one out here trying to drag his name through the mud. But trust, this ain't as simple as it looks. Before we get into all these fresh, hot receipts that just leaked, let's rewind and really unpack how this whole thing went down. And let me tell you Blake's little master plan, it's looking a whole lot darker than we all realized. Now don't let Blake fool you into thinking it all started with Justin Baldoni. Nah, honey, that's a cover-up. It actually started way back when Blake's rep hit rock bottom after a major public backlash. And guess what? It wasn't Justin's fault. Nope, it was that I'm too good for you attitude of hers that had her own fans side-eyeing her. Let me break it down. While Blake was out here promoting It Ends With Us with Justin, folks started picking up on some weird vibes from her. The fans, they weren't slow to dig into it, and when they did, oh, what they found had them shooked.
This often happens when these stars drop a movie. People start digging around for other interviews of them, etc. And it was just sort of a course of, wow, like, she seems like kind of a jerk. Wow, she's like kind of a bully. She's rather mean.
So Blake's out here trying to play the hero, hopping on her high horse like she's the voice of reason. She went and threw Justin and his PR team under the bus, claiming they were the ones feeding all those shady stories about her. And, true to form, she hit up the New York Times, trying to rewrite the whole story painting Justin as the bad guy while she's just the poor, helpless soul in all this mess. But hold up, y'all, now we got receipts. The New York Times was out here straight up twisting text messages and leaving out key facts to make Justin look like the villain.
Literally removing text in between text and emojis to sort of make it sound worse.
Oh, but wait a minute, doesn't all of this sound way too familiar?
She has made herself into the new Amber Heard, and he is the new Johnny Depp.
Oh, and y'all remember when Amber Heard tried to pull the exact same stunt on Johnny Depp back in 2018? She wrote that messy piece in The Sun, trying to make him out to be the villain and herself the poor, fragile victim. And now, Amber's out here giving Blake a little moral support, like they're both on the same struggle bus. But listen, Blake messed up big time taking notes from Amber's disaster of a playbook. Does she not remember how that whole fiasco ended for Amber? It was a hot mess, and Blake might have just signed up for round 2.
Now he's going full Johnny Depp on her to show that she was the bully, she was the one hurting him, and this guy who had, comparatively very little power was forced now to come out and tell the truth about Blake Lively.
But he would, so he'd suddenly start filming my hands or my feet. But what was interesting is that to him in that moment, my hands were telling so much more of the story than my face. And I had to be so much more, it was sort of chicken or the egg. I don't know if I was more alive and awake as an actor because every part of me was was up for grabs while he's filming, my mom will call 7 times in a row. She's that person. She's the one who thinks that like on time 6, you just like didn't see that she was calling. So she's just calling.
Oh, and don't even get me started on how Blake loves to make everything about her. Like that one time they asked about her husband, and instead of keeping it cute, she turned the whole thing into a shameless plug for her hair care line. Girl, we see you. It's always a hustle with her.
Turned around and you were just as supportive of Ryan. What is it like? And my hair care company, Blake Brown, my goodness gracious. It's been crazy. It's been a crazy.
It's going to affect people and they're going to want to tell you about their life. So if someone understands the themes of this movie, comes across you in public, and they want to really talk to you, what's the best way for them to be able to talk to you about this? How would you recommend they go about it?
Like asking for like my address or my phone number or like my location share. Or I could just location share you and then we could
Oh, y'all, it's no wonder her fans are fed up with her. I mean, just like how Johnny Depp's legal squad left Amber Heard shook, Justin Baldoni's lawyers are about to serve Blake Lively a whole plate of humble pie. This is some real-life drama that you can't even make up.
Going to sue Blake Lively too?
Into oblivion, Megyn. Wait till you see this lawsuit.
Oh, and hold up, here's a little tea for y'all. Megyn Kelly's lawyer? Yep, he's also in Justin Baldoni's corner. But like we told y'all from the jump, this ain't no last-ditch effort for Blake to save her reputation. Nah, baby. It's looking like this whole mess might have been Blake's sneaky little plot from the start to snatch Justin Baldoni's movie right out of his hands. And guess what? We got a whole stack of text messages between Justin and Blake, plus receipts from Justin, the producers, and the editors that lay it all bare.
She used these allegations of sexual harassment. She used these allegations of bullying to try and leverage her position so she could be the de facto director.
All right, let's break this down. Justin Baldoni, he's not just the lead actor in this movie, he's also the writer and the director. So when Blake went behind his back and cooked up her own version of the director's cover, he was shook, y'all. And the kicker? Nobody got to see it. I mean, can we talk about a power move or what?
Executive producer to have a competing cut of a film is incredibly bizarre. But when she starts threatening people and saying, I'm not going to promote the film, I'm not going to do anything unless you use my cut, that's when it starts to be awfully incendiary.
But hold up, that's just the tip of the iceberg, baby. Justin was beyond floored when he found out Blake's hubby, Ryan Reynolds, was over here helping write some of the scenes for the movie. And let me tell you, that's straight up out of pocket. And the kicker? Not a soul bothered to loop Justin in on any of it. Like, really?
Blake Lively was such a brat that her and Ryan Reynolds specifically requested during the premiere that they so did not want him to attend his own.
Oh, and let's talk about the biggest slap in the face, honey. Justin got shoved down into the basement like he was some kind of afterthought, right along with his own folks and friends, while the premiere of his own movie was going on. I mean, can you believe that?
The iconic rooftop scene in this movie, my husband actually wrote it. Nobody knows that, but you now.
Look, this is just more proof that Blake was out here plotting the whole time, trying to hijack the whole damn film just so she could keep that spotlight all to herself. But oh baby, the tables are turning and it's not looking too cute for her. Justin's lawyer? Oh, they're pulling out the receipts. And trust, they've got enough to bury her. It's about to get real ugly.
Documents actually don't lie. People do. And it's important that everyone sees all of the documents that are involved in the case because there are people that have been destroyed as a result of the allegations that have been made so far in this case.
Now, let's get into these lies Blake's been telling. 'Cause baby, the truth is coming through loud and clear. She tried to accuse Justin of being all up in her personal space, showing up uninvited while she was either naked or with her baby sounds real messy, right? But hold up. The newly leaked text messages are making all of that look real shaky. You can see with your own eyes, Blake was the one who invited Justin to her trailer while she was pumping milk for her baby. The receipts are sitting right there, plain as day. And Justin? He didn't seem too pressed to rush over to her, especially if she was in some kind of compromising position. So clearly, she set those boundaries herself, and there was nothing uninvited about it.
It's just an example of how she loves to play the victim. And then the one about, oh, he burst in on me uninvited when I was breastfeeding my child. She says we should run lines together. He's like, anytime. And she's like, come on over. I'm breastfeeding the baby in the trailer, but come on over.
Oh, honey, hold on to your seats. So, here comes Blake, throwing shade and accusing Jamie Heath, Justin's ride-or-die bestie and top producer, of showing her some super inappropriate, and we're talking pornographic material.